Welcome, fantasy football superstars, to another countdown here at Uncle John Sports. In this exclusive video, we're about to unveil the top 8 fantasy football quarterbacks for Week 16 main slates at DraftKings and FanDuel. Be sure to check the comments of this video next week for the recap of how we did. And while you're here, help a brother out and hit that subscribe button before we get started with the countdown. Thanks! At the top of the list is Jalen Hurts of the Eagles. Jalen had a rough game last week, but he was battling an illness to be fair. He should bounce back this week at home versus a Giant defense ranked 24th overall, 29th versus the run, and 25th in points allowed. Second on the countdown is Josh Allen of the Bills. Josh didn't have to do much last week as the Buffalo offense ran through the Cowboys defense, quite literally. Josh should return to his usual output this week versus the Chargers. You might recall the Chargers just got lit up for 63 points by the Raiders. Yes, the Raiders. Next up is Justin Fields of the Bears. Fields had a tough game last week but is still regularly projects well due to his dual threat capabilities. The good news for him is this week's opponent, the Arizona Cardinals, are ranked 31st versus the run and 31st in points allowed. Looks for Justin to run wild in this battle of teams jockeying for the best draft pick next year. Magically at number 4 this week is Patrick Mahomes of the Chiefs. Mahomes faces the Raiders this week and always seems to play well against them. He had 298 yards passing and 2 touchdowns against them earlier this year. I expect similar numbers this week, more if he throws more to Rice and less to Tony. Coming in at number 5 this week is Dallas' Dak Prescott. Dak had been on a real heater until he fell back to earth last week in Buffalo where nothing went right. Blame the weather maybe? Look for him to bounce back big time in warm Miami in a game projected to be the highest scoring of the week. Next up is Green Bay's Jordan Love. Love has shown consistent improvement recently, averaging 275 passing yards and 2 touchdowns over his last 6 games. This week he faces a team in Carolina with nothing to play for, but a number 1 draft pick. Green Bay, on the other hand, still has playoff aspirations. At lucky number 7 once again this week is Miami's Tua Tagovailoa. Tua's modest numbers last week can be explained by missing his favorite target Tyreek Hill and taking most of the fourth quarter off in a game well in hand 30-0 to the Jets. Good news, Tyreek is likely back this week as the Dolphins battle the Cowboys in a high-scoring affair. Tua should be back to his usual output in short order. Finally, we reach number 8 in Cleveland's Joe Flacco. Wait, that Joe Flacco? Is it 2023 or 2013? From straight off the couch, Elite Joe has led the Browns to 2 straight victories while averaging over 300 yards passing and 2 touchdowns. Look for more of the same versus a Texan defense that stuffs the run but struggles versus the pass. Joe's low salary makes him the best value pick at DraftKings and FanDuel. That will wrap it up for this listicle. If you have liked what you see here, please like and comment on this video, and subscribe to my channel for more fantasy football content in the future. Remember to check all players' health and game status prior to kickoff. Merry Christmas and make some money!